The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the Blackhawks on a historic night this week with the Chelios jersey retirement night really had an opportunity to continue on. I mean, that's one of the greatest nights in Chicago sports history. And I mean that because we don't have...
There's not a whole lot.
Well, we have a lot, but it's been a while. Like, obviously, the 90s with the Bulls and the 2010s with the Blackhawks. 85 Bears. White Sox won one in the last 20 years. Cubs won one just 8 years ago. But everything just seems like it's so long ago that it doesn't feel like, you know, people like to call Boston title town because they've won so many things with the Patriots and the Celtics and the Bruins and even the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. But if you add it all up, we're like right there. Chicago's like right there with Boston as far as titles.
I don't know. I don't think Boston is constantly saying there's always next year.
No, because you're right. They win a lot, but they win more often and more recently. But Chicago has a lot of championships.
The highs are equal, but our lows are so much more devastating than what Boston's had to deal with.
That's fair. That's a way to say it. That's a good way to say that.
Makes sense.
That being said, the Blackhawks were just looking for their second win of the month in February yesterday, and they didn't do it, and they didn't do it in absolute awesome fashion by losing to the Avalanche 5-0. Now, the Avalanche are really good.
They are. But this game was on ESPN, nationally televised game. I was watching it last night, kind of hoping maybe Bedard was going to show out, maybe the team was going to rally together for a big game. Not quite.
Didn't happen. I tried to find some stat that would impress Lauren. I'm not sure. This isn't really impressive, but it's a stat. The Blackhawks haven't won a single game this season when giving up at least 4 goals. That kind of makes sense.
If you're down by 4, you're probably not doing well.
It's not a basketball game. But they're 0-25-2 in those instances and 15-15-3 when allowing 3 or fewer. So they're 500 almost when they only allow 3 goals. That's that 4th goal.
That pesky 4th goal.
Oh, the damn 4th goal. This kind of sucks.
That is an impressive stat.
Well, I'm glad you're impressed. Okay, good. I wasn't sure. I was just, I think when you're 4 goals down, no one expects you to win. Kind of a big night for women's college basketball as March 1st, Women's History Month. Big deal.
Congratulations, Lauren.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On being
We've worked
a woman.
hard to get here.
Yep. You got a whole month now.
What are you going to do for the whole month?
We're actually going to be celebrating on Q101 with the women who make Q101. So every weekday at noon, there's going to be a very special feature dedicated to our kick-ass women, celebrating all month long, culminating on International Women's Day. On the 8th, we'll do an entire lunch hour of nothing but kick-ass women.
Can my wife get in on that?
Hell yeah.
I mean, because
She's a kick-ass woman.
She is a kick-ass woman.
Bring
Does
her
she have
on.
a song to play, though?
Oh, they're only the women that wrote songs?
What do you think we do here, Brian?
I thought when you said honoring women, I didn't think just women artists for some reason.
She can come on with me and talk about women artists.
She does.
Absolutely.
She does a wicked karaoke version of Shoop.
Really?
She can nail it.
Okay.
She did it in Philly's spring training last weekend with her girls at 3 a.m. wasted.
What's her drink?
Anything?
Well, no. For being an Irish girl, she does not like whiskey.
Wow.
In fact, it was you that bought her a shot of whiskey when
Yep.
she first moved here on St. Patty's Day in 2019. And she ended up on the bathroom floor like you. You curl up on your rug there for a while and you just sit near the toilet. That was my wife before when we were just boyfriend girlfriend back then.
God, I do that though.
But she can drink, no question. Case has seen this in action.
I love when she drinks. She is fun.
Yeah, but she doesn't like whiskey. As an Irish girl, it's almost sacrilege, but she doesn't like it.
Okay.
But she'll drink, pretty much anything else.
My girl.
So, in honor of Women's Month, and I've been loving watching Caitlin Clark for Iowa, and I mean that in no other, sarcastic way. It's ridiculous. She is Steph Curry of women's basketball, and she played for Iowa, and she announced she's going to the WNBA. And she's made, I think, about $2 million with NIL deals at college. For reference point, Caleb Williams, the guy that's probably the Bears are going to draft at number 1 overall, in 2 years at USC has made $10 million. Now, this is what happened. If you don't follow college sports enough, they can endorse and they can sell their likeness and make money now.
That just happened last year, right?
In the last year to 2 years, really. Mm-hmm. So some people think it's a good thing, some think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because these guys have been getting ripped off, and the colleges and the NCAA has been making trillions on everybody for years.
Somebody was making that money. It just wasn't the athletes or their families.
I think there's a stat that Chris Webber at Michigan during the Fab 5 days they made Michigan $300 million off his jersey sales.
Wow.
And he didn't see a penny of that.
Well, he did something illegal later on. That's what got him kind of out of college. But they, guys did that kind of thing, and I just think it's okay to get a little taste. They get a scholarship. People say that's the other side of the argument. Well, they're getting free education. Yeah, but they should get a little bit of that because they're bringing all that money, and they should get just a little taste.
And
wet my beak.
It is giving us the return of a college football video game, so I couldn't be happier. I fully support it.
College football 25, right?
That's right, coming out this summer.
Which I'd never mentioned this in sports, but the players to be on it are getting $600.
Which again is it's so NCAA.
Yeah.
It's one step forward, two steps back. Guys, the video game's coming. We're gonna pay you for your likeness. Here's $600.
Can you imagine them counting it out in 20s into their hand? Here you go. You're on a video game. You think you're going to make $1 million, and that game's been gone for a decade, right? I think
the last one was 2014.
Yeah,
and it's a legendary video game. They went out with a bang. So the fact that it's coming back this year is very, very exciting.
Right, but I'm really happy for Caitlin Clark because she's going to go to the WNBA. The thing is, she should go to the NBA.
Yeah.
She should go in there and see what she can do because this girl shoots from the logo. My sister-in-law just bought Harper a really cool shirt shooting from the logo because the logo, of course, is center court. She just goes over and launches it. I think she could score in the NBA because she's so quick, and I don't think now people are expecting it. They're going to be right on her, pressing her right there at the court, half court.
But you know what her archetype is, and Bulls fans will recognize this name. She should be the new Kyle Korver.
Wow.
She comes in, chucks up some threes, misses a few, goes back to the bench, comes back in, shoots a few more, makes a few. Yeah. We love her.
Yep. That's a good idea.
I know.
Kyle Korver.
Great poll, I know.
Great name.
Handsome guy.
Here's another poll that she passed last night in Wednesday's game. She made another move toward being the greatest scorer in college sports history or college basketball history. She's only behind Pistol Pete Maravich. Ever heard that name, Lauren?
I've heard of Pistol Pete's. Not that one, though.
What's the Pistol Pete you heard of?
More Wang talk from Lauren.
Oh, Jesus. No, everybody knows a Pistol Pete.
There's a guy just named
From
Pete.
high school, yeah, Pistol Pete.
No, they don't. Everybody doesn't know a Pistol Pete's.
I'd love to know what your Pistol Pete's doing today.
Me too.
Well, Pistol Pete Maravich has 3,667 points. He sadly passed away in 1980, very young, but he averaged 44 points a game. She's close to that, and she will pass it with a couple more games left here. She'll be the greatest college basketball scorer, men or women, of all time.
So what's it going to take for the Bulls to draft her? What are the rules? Can women play?
I don't know if there's a rule that they can't.
I would hope not.
I don't know, but I'm sorry. I don't have the answer for that, Lauren.
Well, right now, as it's scheduled, she'll be the first pick in the WNBA draft, which will go to the Indiana Fever. So she'll still be local-ish. Mm-hmm. But I would like to see her on the Bulls because it's not like they could be any worse.
Wow.
Yikes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Want to hear our interview with Derek Whibley? It's on the new Brian and Kenzie podcast, Q101.com, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Just a couple months back, but it was a really great interview about their retirement coming up and how long it's taking to retire. Literally 2025, they're going to stay through this tour. They have the new album out, the new double album, but then they are calling it quits. And Derek Whibley talked about in our interview how surprised he was when they said they're going to call it quits, how many people cared.
Do you think that they're just dragging their toes now because they're like, oh, we didn't even know you guys cared. Maybe we shouldn't go.
Well, I think they did. Some of that's probably true, but he seemed genuinely shocked that just saying we're not going to be a band anymore and how many people really, especially in the Chicago area, because Chicago was a big market for Sum 41 in the beginning of that band. I was here for that, and they played some jamborees and some twisteds, and they really killed it. And it was cool to see them surprised that, hey, people care. And my feeling is that when 2025 comes, they're going to say, hey, let's run it back. Another 25 years.
Right?
I would have no problem with that.
They'll definitely be at Riot Fest. Confirmed by a guy who used to...
Wait. Are you breaking some news right now this year?
No, I broke it before on my show. I actually had this guy on the air. So he calls me up. He goes, I know the bass player from Sum 41 from the AOL chat days. So when they were a baby band coming up, this guy basically was friends through chat, was their street teamer here in Chicago.
Okay.
So would, help them put up posters and hand out stuff for shows and whatnot. And he still keeps in touch with them. So he basically said, hey, are you coming to Riot Fest? The bass player's like, hell yeah.
Well,
see ya.
That's interesting. I mean, I've heard that rumor because there's a space open on their tour. There's a lot of bands you can kind of plot out and say, well, they don't have a Chicago date, but they should have one. It's around September, and they can get it in there. But Well, listen, it's unconfirmed because we can't go by an AOL chat conversation.
That's where I get all my news.
I was going to say, you've gotten in trouble for that before, Lauren. Yeah, that's certainly. But let's just say they're probably going to be there. Allegedly, they're going to be there at Riot
They're
Fest.
allegedly definitely going to be there.
Yeah, through an AOL chat. Is he still on AOL chat, this guy, with the bass player of Sum 41?
I would hope so.
Maybe moved on to WhatsApp by now?
No.
Maybe they've advanced their relationship a little bit?
You got to keep it real.
Okay, 312-591-8300. What you can call for, we know 100% guaranteed, is Cage the Elephant, the Neon Pill Tour, with Young the Giant and Bakar, Wednesday, August 14th, Credit Union 1 Arena. 312-591-8300. Last chance with Lauren this week in trivia before the weekend.
I'm feeling good today.
Oh, good. All right, here you go. Call now to compete against her in trivia. You get the tickets, and you have to win these. We can't just hand them out afterward.
That's no fair.
These are big-ass tickets. If you don't beat her, then everybody listening still has a chance at them.
Come on, Dad.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
I'll say it one more time. So we got the Cage the Elephant tickets. We announced this show just a couple days ago, and the tickets go on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. We have free ones today and all next week, by the way, too.
That's right, every day next week.
How about that? The show is at Credit Union 1 Arena Wednesday, August 14th. Lauren's going to compete in trivia right now. If she wins, everybody listening still has a chance at these tickets, so do not go anywhere.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
And we're going to hear from Kenzie in about an hour. We're going to check in and head to headlines. Right now, it's Lauren doing trivia for Kenzie on maternity leave and competing against Kim. Checking in from Chicago. Kim, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Hi, ahoy. I am here. I drive every morning. I carpool some kids. We listen to your show every morning. We play along. We try calling in every day. So we finally got through today.
Congratulations.
Yay!
What do you do, just pick up some random kids or? Get in the car, kid. We got trivia and candy.
That works every time.
All right, well, here we go. First one to 5 wins. I hope you win, understanding that if you lose, we can't just throw you the tickets on this one. It's just too big. So really, you sound so nice. You sound so nice. But we can't do it because these are big.
Oh, come on.
Because Brian's a jerk. That's why.
I'm a jerk today. I really am. That's some other days too.
Yeah, today and every day.
But listen, I have confidence in you. So here we go. First one to 5 wins. Call heads or tails right now, Kim.
Tails.
It's tails.
All right, good start.
Here we go. Kim, what is the Disney Channel show starring Miley Cyrus as a pop star?
Hannah Montana.
That's right. On the board. Lauren, who is Wile E. Coyote always trying to catch?
The Roadrunner.
Mimi. That was a violent show. That's what I grew up on, Bugs Bunny.
I always wondered where you could get an anvil. If that was a real thing.
The Acme Anvil Company. Of course. Duh.
Don't think too hard about it.
Is it weird that when I first moved to Chicago and saw the Acme Hotel, I was like, they do exist.
They make anvils, hammers, explosives.
And they do your laundry for you, too, at the hotel.
All right, 1-1. Back to Kim.
That's right.
Kim, at what age did Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, and Jimi Hendrix sadly die?
Ooh.
All 3 of them. I'll even throw in Kurt Cobain on that one for you, too, because he's part of that as well.
27.
27 is right. They call it the Sad 27 Club. Very sad. Let's see here.
Ooh.
On a lighter note, 2-1 back to Lauren.
Lauren, in which state did the Salem witch trials take place?
Oh, my gosh.
Which state?
Where is
3.
Salem? Maybe Oregon?
Salem, Oregon. I think there is a Salem, Oregon.
I believe there is.
But it's
Not
not
this one?
Not
no,
this one.
No witches there.
Kim, what do you say?
Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Are those kids helping you?
No.
Random kids you put in the car? All right. Is it back to Lauren?
No, it's back to Kim. It's 3-1. It's back to Kim.
Ooh, okay, Kim. Which young Jedi Knight becomes Darth Vader in Star Wars? What's his name?
Young Jedi,
Carry the 1.
3 to 2.
Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, yes, you got it. I don't know how you got that. Crazy.
Them kids are helping.
I don't think so. No, this is legit. This is a very legit game here going on. It's back to Lauren.
It is 4-1. Lauren needs a point here.
Lauren, what does the F in F. Scott Fitzgerald stand for?
Oh, come on. What? The F?
Yeah, F. F. Scott Fitzgerald. They weren't saying F him because he wrote the Star Spangled Banner. They might have been, though. I don't know. That's actually really a name.
Frank.
It's not Frank. Kim for the win.
Franklin?
No, it's Francis, as in Peter Francis Geraci.
Francis.
Yeah.
I do love that logic, though, of Franklin being the possible answer.
Franklin Scott Fitzgerald. That would have been great.
It's not. It's Francis, though, but it is 4-1. It's back to Kim. She can win Cage the Elephant tickets with the correct answer.
Okay, Kim. What animal is Bambi?
Oh, a deer?
Yes! Kim, you're the winner!
Yes!
I don't know really who the winner is. It might be those random kids in the car might be the winner.
Let them out, Kim.
Yeah,
Save them.
Hey, but we do this together every morning, the three of us. We love it.
That's amazing. So you pick up the same three random kids every morning.
What are the odds?
You are going to Cage the Elephant, the Neon Pill Tour with Young the Giant and Bakar, Wednesday, August 14th, Credit Union 1 Arena.
That is so amazing. Thank you so much, guys.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
How about that? What a victory. What a victory. All by yourself.
I still call BS. Those kids, every question she was repeating so they could Google it real quick.
Damn kids and their phones, how fast they are.
That's all right.
She was a great winner.
Enjoy the show.
Really nice lady.
Yeah.
Hey, now, here's the thing. For everybody else out there, you like free stuff? How about Riot Fest tickets 25 minutes away, 8 o'clock? Riot Fest 3-day passes. No games, no problem. Just be here at 8. We say call up and you win. It's just that easy. Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Mike Shinoda.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're about 8 minutes away. Riot Fest tickets, and then a huge fun announcement right here on the show. And Lauren O'Neill is here in for Kenzie. Kenzie's going to check in at 8:30 from home on maternity leave. Beautiful baby. But in the meantime, this is something you think about when you have a kid. And look, this is a terrible story. I'm just going to preface that. This is terrible. But when you hear some of the facts at first, you might just go like, awesome. You know what I mean?
Or you did.
Maybe
Thank
me.
you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Telling you what a big piece of crap I am.
Yeah, listen, this is because if something happened to my kid, I'd be going in there and doing to the teacher what he did to the kids.
Interesting thought. I've just now thought about this. Harper's been at daycare. You're 15-month-old.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a problem with another kid bullying her or hurting her or pushing her
biting
down,
her?
biting her?
No, Harper's the bully.
Oh, really?
No, here's the fun thing, is when she finally learned to stand up and walk around, there was this kind of step thing in the daycare.
Oh, no.
And me and Megan walked in, and we can kind of see what was going on before she saw us. And she was proud of herself that she could stand up. And some other kid tried to get up on there, and she didn't push him down.
She strong-armed him?
No, because she's big. Harper's 3 feet tall now.
She hit her with a Heisman?
She did a Dennis Rodman box out. She turned her little badonk to the kid and blocked him out from getting up on the step. And I go,
that's today.
And I just said to Megan, "Oh my God, Harper's the bully." What are we gonna do? That poor little kid just wants to get up on the step with Harper.
Harper's Regina George in the Mean Girls remake. She's the mean one.
We're gonna have a talk in about 10 years. Oh God. Anyway, what happened at this school? A pair of New Mexico high school students dueled with swords in class, egged on by their teacher.
Wait, was it sword class?
It was sword day, apparently, at this school. Now, we have heard from our listeners that there is tractor day in a lot of high schools in Indiana where the kids can drive their tractors to school. And there's even some in Illinois that do that.
A shocking amount.
Oh, it's so good. So the civil action that was filed by the grandparents of the students, but one of the girls got injured in the sword fight.
Well, yeah.
So what happened is there was a katana and a rapier-style sword took to school that day on sword day.
And katana-style swords, just to be clear, those are like
samurai swords, I believe.
They're legit.
Yeah. I mean, they're literally can split a hair if they're the right kind of sword.
Now I really we have to go back to the drawing board here, slow down for just a second and
Yeah.
think, Who approved Sword Day, and what were they trying to get out of it?
Well, maybe kids showing off their swords gives them confidence.
Is that it?
I don't know. I'm just making it up at this point.
That sounds like a euphemism for something.
I have no idea. But this poor girl was struck in the arm and wrist. And if a teacher eggs you on, you think, oh my God, this is cool. We can actually be a little bad sword fighting in class. But of course, that's not how it worked out. That's not how it worked out.
I'm assuming they didn't have the beekeeping gear on that covers your face.
That fencers wear?
Yeah.
No.
Fencing day is a
What
different day.
Funny way to put it.
Yeah.
It looks like a beekeeper helmet.
It does. I've never thought
so
about that
they
before.
don't stab you in the eye.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
She probably would have wished she had that now.
I mean, this poor girl got injured and, sliced, and she goes, I'm in trouble. And the teacher just was going along with it. That teacher, listen, be in big trouble if that was my kid. And there was a lawsuit going on, of course, at this point. So that's what happened.
The teacher didn't offer any first aid care. Just walk it off.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I just picture a Monty Python movie. It's just a flesh wound. The blood is spurting 40 feet in the air. Oh, what a terrible teacher. What a bad situation. But I know, I can remember teachers and coaches that did really bad things and tough things now that would not play.
No? What?
Well, our coach in high school used to have us run till someone puked. And then when someone puked, it was always a fake out. We'll really stop when the next person puked.
Oh, you took two pukers?
Took two pukers to stop. You know what a suicide is? In basketball terms, on a basketball court.
I know when you go to the soda fountain and
that's
spray
one.
of each.
Yep. When a basketball court, you run from the baseline to the foul line, then back, and the half court, then back, then to the other foul line, then back, then the other baseline and back. That's one suicide.
How many times did you throw up?
I never threw up, but my legs gave out. I just fell to the ground like I got shot. Poof,
it was like Ricky and Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
That's you working out. Is you just hear Brian.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.